Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. As you can tell, we finally have some new sprites. I really hope you like the new design because the old ones were really outdated and just, well, bad. Speaking of designs, today we are going to be revisiting redesigning Yandere Simulator characters. That was such a mouthful. A lot of people wanted to see a part 2, so here it is. Also, I would like to thank you guys for all the compliments and suggestions I got on the last video. I tried applying it to the designs here in this video. Like always, I do want to say this. I'm doing this series for fun and to mainly practice my own character design skills. In no way am I trying to say that these designs are better than the OG designs or other redesigns out there. These are just my personal interpretations of these characters. Also, as much as we dislike Yandere Dev, I hope to keep any serious drama surrounding him out this video, because right now, it kind of feels redundant at this point. So, like always, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get on to the redesigns. So a couple of days ago, I ended up making a poll asking what characters should I redesign next. Overwhelmingly, you guys chose for me to redesign Taro, Ayano, and Osana. I do want to bring something up before we actually go into the redesigns. In my last video, I ended up making a personal take on redesigns, saying that they should somewhat represent their original counterpart. Today, I'm kind of contradicting myself in this video, mainly with Taro and Yano, so I'm sorry about that, and I'll explain it later when I get to their designs. So let's talk about my design concept, which is for Taro, better known as Senpai. Not going to lie, I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to approach Taro and Ayano. I feel like both of those characters were supposed to be customizable at some point, but the feature is so underdeveloped that I think Yandere Dev just gave up. Because remember, he has a shit ton on his plate with that streaming schedule he has going on. Because of this, it ended up making Taro into a really boring character. He doesn't have any defining attributes besides being a nice guy, which is like the equivalent to a slice of white bread. No surprise, his appearance is also the same way. How do several plus girls, including one who is willing to kill people, have a crush on this man? I kind of wanted to play with that whole boring character idea to maybe try to further develop it into his character. I decided that maybe he grew up not really having aspirations and considering his future that much. And now that he's in his final year of high school, he starts stressing out with what his future will look like. I decided that he might be a bit socially awkward, but he tries to put himself out there to meet new people. From here, he could potentially try out new things. Considering that everyone except Osana is some sort of club leader, each week he could try out a new club or activity. I could imagine during this time he will try his best, but kind of fail poorly in most club activities. From here, he can start bonding with the said rival, maybe having them help Taro out after school to improve or something, furthering their relationship. One of the things that Yandere Dev brings up constantly is that he wants to make the game more challenging. Maybe if Senpai joins a particular club, he can start befriending the members and they start hanging out more, causing an obstacle for the player to get around. Something we also need to consider if we're trying to give him a new personality is how that's going to affect him, like, dealing with a murder or the disappearance of, like, a said rival. I would say if this happens, it would cause him to be a lot more stressed. Depending on how the player approaches eliminating the rival will affect the general outcome of Taro's emotions, like kind of how it is currently. So now let's talk about his design. Like I said before, he has a very generic design. Since I kind of decided against the whole idea of making him some sort of like customizable character, I wanted to make him have more personality in his design. I imagined Senpai with having a rush look. This could be wrinkled and messy uniform and bed hair. I imagine him still being outside a lot, so I'm sure he will have like dirt and grass stains on him. I also decided to take note that he likes reading a lot, and I also gave him a pair of glasses just to kind of add something more onto his face. Yandere-Chan is in a similar position that Senpai's in. She's supposed to be some sort of customizable character, but since we know that will never happen, she has a really poor character design for being the main character of the game. It's just a generic anime girl with a ponytail. When it came to Yandere-Chan's design, I end up going back to some of the original concept art of her character. One of these concepts was a short bob with tufts of hair coming out of the sides. I'm guessing this was supposed to signify the appearance of horns, which I actually thought was a cool character design concept for Ayano. I tried messing around with it, and for some reason, it just didn't fit for me. I ended up browsing around Pinterest and Google for some sort of idea, and I ended up coming upon this cute hairstyle with little buns that look like drills. I thought it could capture that whole idea that I liked about the original concept art. If this girl going to commit some felonies, I'm sure she doesn't want to mess up her hair. Speaking of that type of stuff, I tried giving her a more rougher design. I gave her a few bandages from all that dirty work that she does. And in the words of the holy savior of Yandere Sim, Jay from Cub Scouts, because she's so evil, I gave her red eyes. I know, hypothetically, she's supposed to be dead or empty inside, hence the dreary appearance and personality, but honestly, she needs to have something break up her pretty monotone appearance. Now it's time for the most infamous rival ever, Osana. To be honest, I think Osana has an okay character design and personality to begin with. My only issue is that she looks like the more detailed version of Rivaru, which was the character that I end up redesigning in the last video, so if you want to see it, check the link in the description. Sorry, self-promo, but a TV head gotta do what a TV head gotta do. Fun fact! I was actually supposed to redesign Osana in the last video, but I never did because I wasn't sure how to approach it. I ended up getting a few comments on what to potentially consider when redesigning Osana. Somebody said to give her more pink hair to separate herself from Rivaru, and another person said to give her like more matching items to match with Rivaru. So now let me explain what I did. I ended up tracing over my older sketch and adjusting things as necessary. I decided to give her more sharper features to go with that whole tsundere personality that she has going on. The main thing that changed was the actual colors for Osana. Instead of giving her more orange theme, I decided to give her a more red pinky theme, like that one comment suggested. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. You guys gotta let me know what you think in the comments. I also added the BFF bracelet and a few charms to her blazer. Something that you might notice is that I slightly changed the designs of the uniform. I completely removed the gold that was present in Rivaru's redesign. I just hated it, and you can see me trying to test it out later on this design. In reality, it just never worked because it was too bold of a color, and so I just thought it was best to remove it. Speaking about the uniforms, since compared to regular clothes, you really can't express your personality too much with them, I tried to have each character wear their uniform in a different way that kind of best represents their personality. For example, I gave Senpai a more messier look, since he tends to be more carefree. Ayano's look is rather rough and almost sturdy looking because of all the stuff that she does behind the scenes. And for Osana, I kind of made her wear her uniform how she's supposed to, because I feel like she's a fairly decent student, but I imagine her putting on a lot of accessories to give her uniform some more personality and flair. So yeah, these are my final designs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Did I do a good job, and which one is your favorite? Also, let me know if you would like to see a part 3 to this video series I have going on. Anyways, that is all for this video. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.